After the prom, it was open season for confessions. Everyone thought I'd use the opportunity to finally corner Noah, to make some desperate, dramatic plea for him to be with me. But as the crowd thinned and the night wound down, I was nowhere to be found. He had no idea that in an empty classroom just down the hall, I was straddling his best friend's lap. I fought back a blush and finally found my voice. "I'm right here in front of you now," I whispered. "You don't have to look at pictures anymore." Caleb's eyes dropped, his gaze lingering on the hem of my uniform skirt, the one I'd intentionally had shortened by 4 inches. I watched his jaw slowly tighten. "Zoe," his voice was a low warning. "You can still get off my lap. It's not too late." The post-prom party was a blur of cheap champagne and drunken confessions. Timid girls, usually too shy to say a word, were suddenly emboldened by the booze, lining up to profess their love to the school's golden boys. My friend nudged me, whispering, "Zoe, aren't you going to talk to Noah?" Noah was, as usual, surrounded. Girls were handing him love letters, little gifts, their hearts on their sleeves. He was the epitome of gentlemanly grace, thanking them with a warm voice but turning each one down. The atmosphere in the private room hit its peak when Hannah, the unofficial queen of our class, approached him, her cheeks flushed with a shy hope. My friend shot me a worried glance, but I just smiled, stood up, and quietly slipped out of the room. The moment I was gone, I heard Noah turn Hannah down. "Noah, man, you even rejected the class queen," one of his friends teased. "What kind of goddess are you holding out for? Don't tell me you're getting sick of girls because of Zoe's constant chasing," another chimed in. "Speaking of Zoe, where'd she go? She was here a minute ago. I heard she was getting her uniform skirt shortened a few days ago. She probably went to change into her battle armor. Ooh, sounds like she's planning to conquer our boy Noah tonight, huh?" Leaning against the window with a glass in his hand, Noah listened to his friend's chatter and let out a cynical laugh, as if she has what it takes. "Come on, Zoe's gorgeous, Noah. You're telling me you're not even a little tempted?" "Yeah, man. Those legs are insane. Long, pale, and perfect. And that sweet face, when she smiles, even I have a hard time resisting. If you can't resist, why don't you go home with her tonight?" Noah's voice suddenly turned cold. He glanced at my empty seat, then turned and walked out of the room. Turning 18, becoming an adult, it was an unspoken signal for couples and crushes. I heard the nearby motels and hotels were all booked solid for the night. Some of the bolder girls in our class had even slipped key cards to the guys they liked. Everyone had been holding back for too long and was ready to let loose. The old Zoe would probably be clinging to Noah right now. I stood by the road, hailing a cab. A message popped up on my phone. It was from Noah. "Hannah just confessed to me. Should I say yes?" I realized my last chat with Noah was from 2 months ago. He never replied to my last message, and I hadn't reached out since. I never contacted him, and of course, he never contacted me. For him to message me first today was unusual, but I didn't reply. I just exited the app. As I walked through the school gates, my phone started buzzing nonstop with notifications. They were all screenshots of Noah and Hannah's new in a relationship post on Instagram. I clicked on it. In the photo, Noah's arm was wrapped tightly around Hannah. I felt nothing. 3 months ago, I suddenly realized I had transmigrated into the body of a tragic side character in a steamy online novel. Noah was the male lead, and Hannah, the female lead, was also my half-sister. After finding out about Hannah's existence, I grew to hate her. My constant opposition to her led to a lifetime of tragedy, culminating in Noah having me committed to a mental institution, where I died a miserable death before I was even 30. While reading the novel, I never really liked the main characters. Instead, I found myself drawn to the supporting male character, Caleb Kingston, who was barely mentioned. The author had hinted that Caleb had a girl he liked, but the novel was abandoned before that plotline was resolved. I always wondered who she was. A month after being transported into this world, I stumbled upon Caleb's secret, and I finally knew who he had been in love with all along. That night, long after study hall had ended, I went back to the classroom to get my phone, which I'd forgotten. That's when I saw Caleb